Today we came to Beaver Creek, Colorado to celebrate the incredible ski talent from around the globe. Beaver Creek is one of the most iconic ski venues on the World Cup circuit. It is a fantastic opportunity to reflect on the unique bond between Norway and the United States. Christine, I understand that the Norwegian national team helped design their Helly Hansen uniforms.
Yeah, correct. It has been an amazing process for us as a brand. We have the slogan, trusted by professional, and being able to cooperate and pick the brains of the greatest alpine nation in the world, it was amazing.
Well, we know that these athletes are on the hill, I would say 100+ days a year. So if the product, if the Helly Hansen ski uniform could withstand what they put it through, then it's going to be good for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. They have 250 travel days a year. And for us to know that they test everything in the toughest conditions, whether it's rain or sunshine, we know that it will withhold for anyone.
Tell us what input they gave you to make the product even better.
Yeah, it has been a really steep learning curve with the team, but we have gained so much. And just a couple of weeks ago, they all went into our HQ in Oslo with our design team, sat down, we did measurements of them. They saw the design that will come. They gave feedback of what they've had in the past, what they liked, what they didn't like, or if they had any ideas, and that is super valuable to our team. And the girls have been really helpful as well. In the beginning, we gave them our jackets, but they said, we want to be more feminine. What could you guys do? Gave us that challenge. So the puffy jacket that they got this year, the Creedfill puffy jacket, that was the girls that came up and were just like, we really want a feminine jacket. And when we gave them this jacket now in October, they came back and said, could you even make it shorter so that we will be even more feminine while out skiing?
Well, that's the new style, a little boxier but shorter. That's great. I know that if you're on the hill all day and you're going to go to après or just walking through the village and shopping, you want to look cute then too. So you want it to work on the hill and then when you're off the hill. Yeah,
as a woman, that's what you want. You want to look your best, you want to be confident, and you want to have that outfit that you can do whatever in. You can be that badass skier, but you can always also be best babe in the after ski.
It's so fitting that you've made a brand for the skier in Norway.
Yeah, as you said, it's in our blood, it's our heritage. And a lot of people, they find it comforting and building of character to go outside and be a part of nature. So we're really proud of being a brand where you can fulfill your dreams or being able to relax and clear your mind.
And enjoy nature, enjoy physical activity and the outdoors.
Yeah, definitely.
Dakota, thank you for letting me model this Dale of Norway sweater. It's beautiful.
You're most welcome, Brenda.
How long has Dale of Norway been in existence?
Yes, Dale of Norway was established in 1879 in the town of Dala of Norway, about 45-minute train ride outside of Bergen.
And this seems to have a lot of history in Norway. Tell us about that.
Yes, it is. Dale, of course, is known as the heritage sweater brand in Norway, which is a lot of fun. The piece you're wearing is called the Peace Sweater. It was designed around the Turin Olympics, and it's one of our best sellers.
Ooh, that's nice. And I like that Gorsuch carries this sweater.
Yes.
Here in the United States. Okay, so where did the design come from? They're very unique sweaters and they're warm.
Great question. Of course, Norway has a very rich history of knitting. Knitting is taught by mothers to their kids, generation after generation, and knitting became very central to Norwegian history and heritage. So a lot of Norwegians love floral patterns, and of course the very traditional kind of lusekofte pattern that I have on today.
So the athletes must really enjoy having these sweaters because they are outside and also being active in Norway in the snow and the elements, and you know, it's just a nice sweater even to wear for dinners.
Yes, thank you. Absolutely. We love the après element of the sweaters. Of course, Norwegians have a saying that there's no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing.
Oh, I love it. I love that.
So we strive to make good quality clothing, and we specialize in a number of natural types of wool. So Dalasa, which is the original Norwegian wool. What you're wearing is a colonial blend, and merinos as well.
And one of the things that I have to bring up right away, right, is because the sustainability side of Norrøna is like, it is something that every company does it, right? You know, you've got Patagonia, you've got everyone who does such an amazing job with talking about recycling and reusing and how we're going to reduce our carbon footprint, right? That's such a big deal. So Norrøna's been doing this for, like I said, 96 years. We have a 2029 zero carbon footprint goal. But not only is it just, like the products that we make are 30, 40, 50-year long lasting. We're out of PFAS completely with Gore-Tex. And more than that, there's a responsible down standard. There's a responsible wool standard. Every product we use, 80% of our synthetics are recycled. But it's a story that it's hard to tell. It's hard to like really tell that story in the reality because everyone kind of has their way of telling that story. And one thing that I'm super proud of for next year is that we're talking about efficiency. And this is something that I didn't know anything about, right? Like being somewhat new to the Norrøna and the Norwegian world. They've been doing this for years, but now they have figured out a way to make a product more efficient, meaning less waste.
To make while you're producing
From
the
the beginning,
okay.
right? So we all talk about how to, we want quality products that'll last forever. We want to reuse, we want to recycle, we want to dispose of responsibly. All of that is part of, I think, everyone's etiquette these days. But now we're talking about the beginning of the cycle. And how do we go from, 15%, right? How do we 15% scraps, waste, to 10%, and then use that waste into new products? So it's a different ballgame. It's pretty cool.
It sounds like an amazing company to work for.
Yeah.
We gained valuable insights into the history of Helly Hansen, Norrøna, and Dale of Norway. Over the years, these brands have developed by blending tradition with innovation while staying deeply rooted in Norwegian culture. We hosted a showcase of Norwegian winter sports companies at the Gorsuch store in Beaver Creek. The event also featured a poster signing with the National Ski Team. So some people call you guys the attacking Vikings. And a lot of people and a lot of other teams want to know why the Norwegians are so good.
We can't tell anything.
Is that, I know, then everyone's going to copy you. No, is there something about your culture within the team that you're performing constantly at the top?
I think we're such great at wanting the best for each other and always trying to help each other. And yeah, it's all about kind of trying to give more to the team than we expect to get back.
Give me an example while you're out there training or racing that is a symbol of what you just said.
Yeah, I think for example, the course reports we do. If I'm starting before Atle, then I will get on the radio before he goes and give him as much information as I can about the conditions and how the course is running, and yeah, try to help him ski as fast as he can, even though that might give him a better chance at beating me.
But also, I think all the teams are doing the same.
Yeah, they're doing that.
Yeah, they're doing that, giving course reports and trying to, you know, help the team. But I think in our team, what we know though is that it's genuine. It comes from the heart, and it's like we know each other so well because we're good friends, and we do it every day. We do it on the training. We sit down and have analysis together, and it's an honest feedback and an honest help. And I feel like on different team you get told to do a course report, but you don't really mean it. It's like you don't know the person maybe as well. So yeah, it's interesting. I think all the teams are doing it, but I feel like we are actually doing it with the purpose of we knowing each other, and it's kind of interesting.
I'm just wondering, what is it in your team culture that goes beyond that? Is it when you grow up as an American, most of the boys and girls want to become football players or soccer players, basketball players, and when you grow up in Norway, it seems like a more skiing focused, and that's what you dream of when you're little. Is that right?
Yeah, that's it's no question that we're like a total winter sports nation, and we're lucky to have a lot of idols. I mean, Sondre and I, we have Alex as one of our idols for sure.
That's what they say now.
It's true.
Just because I'm here.
Exactly.
But if he wasn't here, you'd
then I'd say like Kjetil Jansrud is my absolute favorite, and I don't like Alex. No, so that's we've been lucky to have some great idols. But then also it's something about the second that you step into the culture of what the Attacking Vikings is, you realize, or at least I realized from kind of how good it was. I heard it was good, but then I didn't realize how amazing it actually was until you step foot inside. Because that's very unique with our culture, that once you're in, you're in. And that's not necessarily the same for any other team, you know. And I think that, of course, comes with us being a bit of a smaller nation, and we're not the biggest World Cup team, but that makes that we're very like tight-knit together, and that we genuinely become great friends, which is hard to be friends and competitors, but I feel like we have a really good balance, and that's a big key to our team.
With a country of 5 million people, it's amazing that in the last race, the first race of the year, there was 4 really Norwegians, 1, 2, 3, 4 at the top of the podium, you know. So what are you doing in training that makes you so good? And you guys are like phenoms. I mean, really, like, how do you do it?
I guess like it's very nice to know that the level on the training is super high, and you can be confident if you have the fastest time on the training, then you know you're able to win races. And yeah, that's a very nice kind of confidence to get from training with each other.
Okay, so when you're in your you're growing up in Norway, what is it that you do as a family to get introduced to the sport of skiing? When do you start skiing in Norway? What age?
Well, they say that we were born with skis on our feet.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's some truth about that. I mean, it's sort of a religion in Norway to do a winter sport, and skiing being that. I mean, also cross-country skiing is probably bigger than alpine skiing, but it's pretty tight race.
Yeah.
And I think all of us grew up in a place where we could, you know, ski, especially during the winter, after school, with good friends, but also with family. In Norway, you have a culture where you have a winter house usually. So you go and you have a vacation with your family. It's usually by a ski slope, or you go cross-country skiing, and it's a family thing. And then from there it develops into being something you want to do more often, and then you enter into a club, and then you start doing that. And the culture in the club is usually the same as what we have in the national team, which is why I think we have so many strong people getting to that level, because we are used to, from the bottom of everything, to work together and have that dynamic.
What's unique in Norway, at least from the places we come from, is that the ski hills are really, really small. That's not like you go big mountain skiing here in Beaver Creek where it's amazing, you know, what opportunities are here. But we all grew up skiing on these small T-bar hills. But you get to do a lot of runs. You get to take the lift with all your friends and all your different friends every single run, and get to know each other really well. So that's also, I would say that's a big like foundation. It's very down to earth, the skiing from a young age, which is unique. It's like you wouldn't think that would be necessarily a great thing, but I think it's been good for all of us.
I know that other teams are saying, what are the Norwegians doing? What are they doing to be so good?
I don't think it's anything really different. It's just that we have a team with less resources, I would say, than the biggest countries, the biggest nations, but we make the most out of them. We know that we have less, and we have to actually put down the work, and we make the best out of every situation. So when we are at a camp or doing our training, then we know exactly that, okay, it might not be top-notch training or conditions or setup, but we can make it the best. With being, you know, passionate and putting in the work, and bad weather, there's nothing that's bad weather.
That's right. There's a saying that in Norway there's never bad weather, it's just
Bad clothing.
bad clothing.
We don't have that issue.
No, you don't, not with your Helly Hansen.
Exactly.
But when you're a kid, and you're sitting out there freezing, you want to go inside, and then they tell you, it's just no bad weather. You know, it's just
10 more runs, then you
10
get
more
a hot chocolate.
10 more runs and you get a hot chocolate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's maybe a part of it too, I would
Then
say.
you maybe get some food if you.
Maybe. So you're out there and you're skiing, having fun. Do you feel so fortunate that you made the Norwegian team? You said once you're on it, they really support you and help you be successful. I liked what you said about that. You don't feel much pressure because you have the support, or what helps you continue to have success?
I would say it's the people you have around you, but then mostly like these guys, you know, the teammates, because it is different coming into a team where all of a sudden you have people, extra coaches, and people are going to help you fix your skis, and you don't have to do all the heavy work yourself that doesn't directly like be on the hill. You know, when you're on the hill skiing, you don't have to tune your skis afterwards and make all your food at all times, and so you can maybe feel some pressure that like now I have more expectations on me because I have a better setup, but it doesn't really work like that because you have such good teammates that are pushing you every day. And I would say like we get pushed more in training than we do in races, so it's kind of a good expectation that's set on you on training. And as Alex said, you use the resources we have, and we always try and maximize every day. So then when you come on race day, when it like really matters to get a result, I feel like we already have had expectations put on us in training, and then it's easier to perform in the race because that's just a small checkpoint.
You know you're fast enough.
Exactly.
Because it beat the
like
fastest guys
that.
in the world on training.
That's another benefit right there. I don't know if that other countries are creating that pressure environment or competitive environment during training like the Norwegians.
I think also a good point is that being a smaller team, we have spots for everybody that's fast enough. In Austria, Switzerland, bigger countries, it's usually a fight for the spot.
Yeah, that's what always a fight for the spot.
Yeah, so the thing is that within the team, you have this dynamic.
Ah, right.
So they don't want to really share with each other what they're doing because they're afraid of not being able to race even. And we're starting to have that problem now with having a lot of past guys, But the culture is always like, okay, if you beat me honest and fair, then you deserve to race.
What happens if you're on the team and you had a bad, sometimes people have a bad month or 2 months and they're not skiing as well. Would you ever be in the position to get kicked off the team? Or do they want to help you get better since they saw your talent?
I don't think you will get kicked off.
Yeah.
Really easy. We've seen it too. We've had people on the team for a longer time. They get new chances. They see the talent. They see potential. And then, of course, it's about to deliver, but you'll get enough chances for you to actually make that happen. Which is a very nice feeling to be in this position, because it's not a sport where you get super rich. It's a sport where you get rich in the things you experience. And also for people coming in here and having that pressure of having to deliver, it's too much in this sport. And I think it's very healthy to be on the Norwegian team and having that as a privilege.
It does. It sounds very healthy and supportive, and it opens up your psyche and your ability to relax a little bit and perform to your best ability. So whoever's running that Norwegian team, or the culture behind it all, is doing a great job.
Yeah.
You guys have a lot of support behind you.
We do.
We do, and we're grateful for them, because we couldn't do what we love doing without them. And it's a big part of who we are. Kind of, they're a part of our identity, a part of the Attacking Vikings, and they help us achieve our dreams, and then we're able to represent them on the big stage, which is a cool feeling, you know.
Your side helmet sponsor, which you're passionate about. I think that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, no, very happy to be able to represent brass, which is, avalanche safety, and then especially towards young skiers. It's something that unfortunately isn't well enough known, and especially in Norway. I mean, I, growing up, had no avalanche education, and I don't know about these guys either, but we're so used to training in between nets on prepared slopes, but then the second training gets canceled and you get a free pass to go ski wherever you want, we don't know about safety. So it's all about trying to get the word out that you need to think once or twice extra on the days where it seems like it's totally safe and you can just go out and have fun, because those are the most dangerous moments, when you let your guard down. So it's very fun. We're going to get a full program out in Norway for all young alpine skiers who are going to go through it, and I'm just proud to be a part to bring a little more safety to people I care a lot about, and to people who we've been. We relate a lot to these kids, so I think it's going to be great.
Participating companies included SafeBack and DB Journey. Active brands showcased wool apparel from Carve and Sweet Protection helmets. Ski Guard presented their premium car ski boxes.